You know, sometimes the most profound truths come from the simplest stories. We're going to look at a story about a group of kids at an invention fair, and believe it or not, it tells us pretty much everything we need to know about what it really takes to build a successful team. So let's dive in and break down how they did it.
It's a question we've all thought about, right? What is the secret sauce? What separates a team that's just okay from a team that's a dream team? Is it just about having the most talented people or the biggest budget? Or is there something else, something deeper going on? Well, as we're about to see from this story, the answer is actually surprisingly clear.
Okay, so let's meet our crew. We've got 4 friends, Omar, Zain, Lily, and Kareem, and they have this really cool, ambitious goal. They want to build a water-saving machine for their village's annual invention fair. So they've got a great idea, a clear objective. What could possibly go wrong? Well, as they found out real fast, just having a shared goal isn't nearly enough.
I mean, almost right away, they just hit a wall, a total roadblock. But here's the thing, it wasn't a technical problem. The problem was them. They were just a group of individuals working near each other, not a real unified team. And you can see exactly what that friction looked like. On one side, you have Omar, who's all about speed and taking charge. Just, let's go, let's get it done. And on the other side, there's Lily, who feels completely left out, like her ideas don't even matter. I mean, this is such a classic dynamic, isn't it? It's the kind of thing that can totally derail a project before it even gets started. So how do you fix something like that? Well, this is where their teacher, Sarah, steps in. But she didn't just give them the solution. She didn't tell them what to do. Instead, she gave them a guiding principle. You guys have to stop acting like 4 separate people and start acting like one single, unified team. And so instead of some complex project plan, they came up with a simple social contract. Just 4 basic rules. Respect each other, give everyone a chance to speak, be fair, and don't give up. It sounds so simple, right? But this one small shift, it changed absolutely everything. With those rules as their foundation, just look what happened. Everybody found their place. Zain took charge of the design. Omar handled the practical stuff, the pipes. Lily, the one who felt ignored before, she's the one who came up with the idea for eco-friendly materials. And Kareem focused on testing and making sure they were making honest choices. Each person had a valued role, with Sarah just kind of keeping the whole thing organized.
Okay, so they're working together now, things are going great. But we all know that building a team isn't something you do once and then you're done. Their newfound unity, well, it was about to face its first real test.
So they finished a prototype of the machine, they turned it on, and it was a letdown. I mean, it kind of worked, but not the way they had hoped at all. And that awful feeling of discouragement started to creep in. This was the exact moment their team could have fallen apart all over again.
But their teacher, Sarah, reframed everything. She brought them back to their why. She reminded them, hey, our purpose isn't to win a prize, it's to help people. And all of a sudden, the mission became so much bigger than just this one machine.
And of course, that new perspective was tested almost immediately. While they were retesting, Kareem made a mistake. And here it is, the classic team dilemma, the moment of truth. Do you blame the person who messed up, or do you rally around the problem? They chose empathy. Instead of pointing fingers at Kareem, they rallied around him. They understood how he must have felt, and they focused all their energy on fixing the problem together. This was their new rule, respect each other, in action, for real.
The machine they ended up with was really a reflection of their entire journey. It collected rainwater to water plants and clean pathways. It wasn't the most polished invention there, but it was theirs. And they were proud of it, not just of the machine itself, but of the friendship they'd built along the way.
So the big day finally arrives. They head to the invention fair, machine in tow, ready to present their work. But this story doesn't end the way you might think.
They gave a fantastic presentation. The judges were completely blown away. But not so much by the machine. What really impressed them was their incredible teamwork and the genuine respect they showed for each other. You could just tell they were a special group. And then, the winner was announced. And it wasn't them. So, did they fail? Well, not if you reframe what success really means. Sure, they lost the top prize, but look at what they gained. Integrity, fairness, and the experience of true teamwork. They weren't sad because they knew they had won something much more important. And that's what everyone else saw too. They didn't win the trophy, but they earned a title. From that day on, everyone in the village called them the Dream Team. Their real prize was their reputation and the incredible unity they had forged. So what's the core of a dream team when you boil it all down?
It's really about three things. It's about heart, creating that safe environment where mistakes are learning opportunities, not moments for blame. It's about purpose, having that North Star that guides you through failure and reminds you why the work matters. And finally, it's about unity, that conscious commitment to shared principles that holds the team together when pressure threatens to pull it apart.
And this brings us to the most important part, applying this to our own lives. Whether your team is at work, at school, or even at home, what's one lesson from this story that you can use tomorrow to make your team just a little more like a dream team?